Standing at just 1.45 m, Precious McKenzie powered his way to a first Commonwealth title in 1966 at the tender age of 30 and went on to claim a further 3 golds. At 77 years old, weightlifting remains integral to his life, a life that has seen many twists and turns.
I was born in South Africa, Durban, in 1936, so it's a long time ago. My mother had 4 children, and things were very bad because we lost our father when we were very young. I was still a baby. My father died through a crocodile because they were crocodile hunting in Limpopo River. And I got into weightlifting by accident. Yes, I went to the wrong gym. When I left the convent in Namakoland, where I grew up, I was now 17 years old. And when I got to Pietermaritzburg, my hometown, I asked a fellow on the road there where the nearest gym where I could do my gymnastics. So he sent me to the wrong place. The gym I was training, the fellow called Kevin Stent. He was training 2 brothers, the Weber brothers. While he was training them, I was doing my gymnastic next to them. And eventually he approached me one day and said, "Why don't you come and join us, weightlifting, because that'll help your gymnastics." I fell for the joke, and they were. That's how I became a weightlifter, through him.
Despite being allowed to train alongside white athletes at this local gym and being the best lifter in his weight category in South Africa, apartheid legislation barred McKenzie from representing his country at the 1958 Commonwealth Games and the 1960 Olympic Games.
I was now very international standard, Commonwealth standard, even Olympic standard. And my white opponent lifted, and he lifted 10 pounds less than me in a total. They selected him because he's white, and they wouldn't allow me to represent the country because I was black. And he went to the Commonwealth Games in 1958 in Cardiff. He won a gold medal in a bantamweight. And that, of course, if that was me, I would have had my first gold medal then. Now, to show that how bad things were for us, just wouldn't let us represent the country. The South African government said that as long as it's the national government in South Africa, there would be no blacks represent this country. And when I heard that statement, I thought, get out, because there's no hopes here.
Precious pursued his dream of competing at a Commonwealth Games by leaving South Africa with his wife and young children in 1964. His destination, England, allowing him to compete on the international stage in 1966 for his adopted nation.
First Commonwealth Games was in Jamaica. My first international competition, and I was the first one to gain a gold medal in that Commonwealth Games before anyone, because I was a bantamweight, and that weight was the first class to lift. And even the athletics wasn't before me. I was the first one to win a gold medal for England. And that, I was so proud. And on that rostrum, tears came out of my eyes, and I just couldn't explain to you why. But today I can explain to you why. England was the only country in the world that took me open arms, not because of my color, because of my religion. They took me on because of what I was. And to me, that country I will never ever forget.
In the 1970 Commonwealth Games, Precious McKenzie defended his gold successfully. However, it was his 3rd consecutive Commonwealth gold in Christchurch, New Zealand, that would change his life once more.
Actually, 74 was the best year for me because I appeared with Muhammad Ali as a guest speaker. I had him on my shoulder, carried him on my shoulder, and he shouted on my shoulder, "Put me down, put me down." I said to myself, "Precious, hold him up there and get famous." And that year too, I got my MBE by the Queen in Buckingham Palace. So that was a very lucky year for me.
McKenzie's success in the Commonwealth Games in Christchurch came with a flood of job offers from New Zealand, giving him the opportunity to teach others weightlifting and to become a global leader in back injury prevention.
I qualified in Bishop Abbey as a trainer, and I did a physiology, kinetics, mechanics. I did the subjects anyway. New Zealand wanted me because I was qualified in that field, so I can run gymnasiums here in New Zealand. And I had so many offers, so many places to go, and I had a choice, and I picked Auckland. And in Edmonton, 78, I won my 4th consecutive gold medal. I won that for New Zealand with a silver fan.